Let me tell you what styling is.
Yeah, it's like, so she just so happened to pick him out of millions of people. Like,
let me get that sperm exactly. Black eye, yeah, I want that.
Let's get to the shits, guys. Matter of fact, this is more appropriate.
PTSD. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm sorry too.
Fucks me up.
Sorry for you.
Yeah.
Told you to leave. Told you to get out of there.
I did.
Yeah, late.
Too late in the game.
Right. Told you before he got stuck up, nigga. Like
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. So guys, as you guys know, we're gonna let everybody talk here.
Right.
I wrote notes.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
That's good. You got notes.
I want you guys know
the notes. That's the crazy.
I know you can see them, man. That's the problem. Don't
excited about everything.
Don't steal my points.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't steal my shit.
I can't see that well.
You said I can't see the whole line.
Yeah, I just see a lot of lines.
Yeah.
As you guys know, Monty Merlot, Styles Malbec, you know the fucking vibes. Yeah. I am a Joe Budden fan, always have been.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
I felt the energy when she came in. That's the vinyl. Okay. I'm a Joe Budden fan through and through. That is my team. It's the way you ride for your Giants.
No, it ain't. That's different. We won shit. We got accomplishments.
He said no, it ain't.
You right. We are team players, sir.
Listen, I'm just saying. This is
But I get you though.
I listen, and I'm saying that I'll try to be not as biased as possible, whatever. But like. I'm not an idiot. Like, I know the fuck shit. I know when he's wrong, whatever. I can't agree with everything he says. But overall, I'm like, all right, we've been here before.
Yeah.
So I'm here to ride. But pause. But
pause.
But Joe Budden, for people that are living on the rock or don't know or not in the podcast atmosphere, he
didn't pay the homies.
Did his podcast. Reel it back. We're gonna let everybody. We gonna get this shit in because this has been blowing up the fucking the world in the last couple of days, man. It's been shit has been set ablaze. Joe. He matter of fact, let me get this camera on me. I need to let you niggas see me when I talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Joe. He is a difficult person. I'm gonna start there.
Watch your Virgo words, bro.
I know you guys gotta claim him, huh? How you feel about that?
I love it.
Joe is a difficult person, man. He recently fired Rory, of the Joe Budden podcast. Made it very clear that the nigga. He said, "You're not welcome here. Wow. You're not welcome back." It was a big blow. I mean. I don't even know where to start, but it's been tension for a while. It's been tension brewing. They try to make decoys of the tension of what the fuck it really was. But the guys have been absent. Not Maury. They should be that. Rory and Maul. The guys were absent, and what do you call it? Let's move a little bit, just a little bit. Sorry. I'm like, you in the shot? Damn it. It's been tension. There's been tension going on. And they've been disappeared. They dipped out for a while. Like, hey, let's get this shit together. I don't know what's true.
They went on vacation.
I don't know what's true. I mean,
exactly.
Joe said take a couple days off, whatever, and that turned into like some 6 weeks or some shit like that, whatever.
Wow.
And excuse me. In between that, we get the B crew basically with Ice and Ish and more of his friends. People that, if you're a Joe Budden fan, you already know these people because you've seen them on Joe Budden TV back in 2009 and, through Love and Hip Hop, you've seen these people. So it wasn't like, okay, that's what's going to be. People grew to like these people as well, and they was like, we're not replacing more, I keep saying more, we're not replacing Rory and Maul, we just here, until things are situated. The guys actually do come back, to one episode, prior to what happened. And it felt weird. They talked about it. They cleared the air, so to speak. And Rory seemed like he was ready to pick shit back up and just, laughing, doing all that shit. And Joe was still being Joe, but you could tell Mo was not having this shit. He was just sitting there like, bro, I'm not, something's up. And apparently they had hindsight, they had an amazing conversation apparently, whatever, and that changed the next day. So, but it also goes to like, this is Joe at this point. Like I'm just talking from a fan perspective before I let everybody, get in, but like I always know that shit is not gonna go all the way right with Joe. I've grown to accept that. I've seen it. I mean, we've seen it in Def Jam when he was, an artist there.
Fucked it up.
Fallout there. We've seen it with his group Slaughterhouse that went away. We're still waiting for an amazing album apparently, but Joe's holding it up. Everyday Struggle that did his job, and then that split.
Fucking it up.
If you want to get into his romantical shit, whatever, Santana, Tahiri, the list goes on. Whatever the other girl, Kaylin, knew that was falling.
Like his career. Indignant.
And but I mean, he keeps picking up. He has a personality, a big personality. People, love him or hate him. People are intrigued to hear what he wants to say. But this time, Rory and Maul, they didn't come back from a little vacation because they just said they're gonna take a week off, and then they came back and it was just Joe, empty chairs and all. Apparently, I didn't watch the full video, but I saw some of the clips. And Joe, what the fuck off? And you actually,
as he always does,
very reactive.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good word to use. Watch your
mouth about these Virgos.
I'm just saying.
She's like, I'm still here. But young podcast hey JM Hayes, man. He hit me up more like, yo, you got the link? I'm like, what? Like, I'm Wednesday. I know I watch it. I listen to the podcast every Wednesday. Yeah. Wednesday and Saturday faithfully is what I do. Saturday is my routine, Right. And I try to get to it early because it should be 3.5 hours sometimes. So I'm like, let's try to get to this shit early. And Hayes hit me up like, you got the link? I'm like, nah, what's up, whatever. And like they took the shit down. I'm like, what? So I'm like, oh, they ain't here? He's like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, oh shit. So I mean, he put the shit up for like an hour, I guess, whatever. And I maybe decided like this needs to go to Patreon. I don't know if it's because he wanted niggas to pay or he's like, it's too sensitive, but niggas gonna get it.
Right.
We've learned that very fast these last couple of days. Yes. You don't gotta pay for shit in this world anymore. Right. Niggas gonna get it. Niggas gonna find the rip. And that's what the fuck they did. And he ripped that shit. And I found 2 different links because one I don't think it was gonna stop. I just had a meeting to go to, so I had to pause it. But when I tried to unpause it, it was like, nah, niggas down.
Right, yeah.
So I had to find another link. And I found that shit. I listened to all that shit because I'm a consumer, super consumer. We'll get more into that. I'm a super consumer of this shit. And he fired fucking Rory. It was like, damn, this is gonna start. It's gonna make waves.
Right.
Called him measly.
He called Rory measly.
He did.
Measly ass Rory is what he said. He said a lot of shit. You interject before I go on.
I heard like bits and pieces of it.
Okay.
Like, cause it kept like cutting out, and then I had to like go back in, like press play, and that shit was annoying. But he did sound like he was going off about things that I don't know. It just seemed weird.
It was weird. It was for sure weird, man. But
he was trying to do like extra shit, I'm trying to prove a point so bad. Like it's like, bro, like.
Well, that's the impression you get. That's his way of talking.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So I mean, even if it's right or wrong, it's gonna sound crazy because of the way it's being delivered to you.
I gotta preface this by saying that was the first podcast that I've ever listened to of the Joe Budden podcast.
So you're a novice.
I was like, man, he seems really, really passionate about this thing.
He is passionate.
Yes.
And those are some of the lines where I was like, I can agree with, like, bro, you want me to stop this show because of whatever? Like, my whole life has got me to this point. I'm not stopping this. Like, and this is kind of the saving grace for him, at least for me, because it wasn't him. Because he was saying some fucked up shit, and that's me speaking as a fan. I don't even like academics like that. But his little, well, not little. He did a 5-hour rant on Twitch.
Oh, wow.
And like I said, I'm a super consumer. I watched all of it. Not in one sitting, but I watched all of that shit eventually. And he made a lot of good business points. He's like, bro, one person told me the best thing somebody ever told me is like, nobody's ever gonna care like you. Like, nobody's ever gonna care about your own shit like you. That's why it's hard to hire people, because they clock in and clock out. That's it. You live with this shit. So I mean, the podcast, I'm thinking about ideas, whatever. Like, I'm like, I collect all that shit. I'm here. I'm thinking about once the podcast is done, I'm thinking about it next week. You know, I'm scheduling shit. I'm trying to like figure out how to get better angles and whatever, and what else I need to like, you know, invest in. And I mean, this, you know, social media, fucking promoting shit every day. Like, this is not a, you know, 2-hour job.
Right. Yeah.
You know, for the creator or whatever. But if you're there, you talk, I'm like, that's cool. You do that. But and that's what Ack was like. You're a worker. He's a creator. You're a worker. You know, and I mean, take however, you know, feel how you want to feel about that. But Academics was saying some truths in that.
Making some valid points.
Yeah. You know, he was definitely dick riding Joe because Joe was his man.
Exactly.
You know, so I mean, it came out in that dick riding fashion that Ack, you know, has perfected.
I hate when that happens.
But I could squeeze the juice out of that shit. Pause again. I'm not even trying.
Whoa. Whoa. You are letting the chopper sing today.
Yeah. You said what?
I said you letting the chopper sing today.
But yeah, Ack was the saving grace for me. Whatever, like, you know, actually points me down. Let me, how do you guys feel about this so far? I mean, cause we didn't get to the third part of it because this is a 3-part fold. You know, how did you feel about? I mean, have you been invested in this at all? Have you listened? Have you tuned in? I'm talking to Breezy guys.
Oh, no, I have not watched Joe Budden's podcast, but I do. I'm up to date on at least like with the gist of